going to want to see this. This is what happens to a person's neck after they get into a car accident. Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Loharin. I'm a board-certified Atlas orthogonal chiropractor. That means that I specialize in treating headaches, neck pain, dizziness, and any other symptoms that come with a head and neck misalignment. I recently had 2 patients get into car accidents. Both were under 30 miles per hour. One person was rear-ended while at a stop sign, and the other person was hit in the front passenger when they were turning left. Both patients left with really minor injuries, so some stiffness throughout the spine, neck and shoulder tension, and some headache. I wanted to show you a comparison of their x-rays before the accident and after the accident. Let's start with person 1. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Dr. L, I don't know what I'm looking at here. Looks like necks to me. Let me explain. The image on the left side is an x-ray of their neck when they first became patients in our office. So before the accident. And the image on the right side is their x-rays immediately after the car accident. What we're looking at are these lines drawn down the backs of the vertebrae. They're yellow in both pictures. Collectively, we call these lines George's line. This line should be nice and smooth without any disruptions or breaks in it. Any breaks would be considered ligament damage, which would indicate ligament instability. As you can see on the left side, the person's neck has a nice smooth curve. There's no breaks in George's line. But on the right side, after she was rear-ended, you could see that there are 2 breaks in George's line, indicated by the dotted lines with measurements next to it. But Dr. L, these patients didn't say they were in much pain after the accident. As I mentioned before, that patient came in with very minor injuries. She had neck pain, some shoulder pain, it was going down into her shoulders, some ribs, and she said she had a headache the day after the accident. Nothing crazy. In fact, she even reported that she was starting to feel better than the day of the actual accident. This is why I'm making this video. This is the thought process of most people who get into minor accidents. They get a little banged up and then the pain starts going away, so they either forget about it or they think, well, I must not have gotten hurt too badly, I'm feeling better already. But that's not always the case. These areas where there's breaks in George's line indicate that there's ligament damage between those segments. Ligament damage can be the cause of neck pain, shoulder numbness, or even migraines in the future. Why? If there's ligament laxity, that means the vertebrae are moving too much. Excessive movement causes friction. Friction between the soft tissues of the neck, like the discs, nerves, that can cause inflammation and eventually lead to pain. Side note, to kind of create an example of my last sentence, both of these patients did not report low back pain immediately after the accident. They actually had a lot of shoulder and up issues, stiffness, general stiffness down the spine, but it wasn't until weeks after the accident that they started getting an aching feeling in their low back or around the hip area. Now think about how many times you use your neck throughout the day, whether it's with movement or whether it's static holds while you're working at your desk. It's a lot, right? If there's ligament instability and excessive friction going on between certain segments of your neck, over time, this friction is going to cause degeneration of the soft tissues, and then that migraine you started getting randomly out of nowhere starts happening. Okay, let's go back to the examples now. All right, we already went over this one. On the left, pre-accident, no ligament damage. On the right, post-accident, ligament damage. But you can also see her reverse curve is worse. Now the crazy thing is her low back film. Again, on the left side is before the accident with no breaks in George's line, and on the right side, multi-level breaks in George's line. So I wasn't surprised when she started reporting low back pain weeks after the accident because there's so much instability there. Person 2. This person was hit on the front passenger side while she was turning left. Like person 1, didn't really complain about too many symptoms other than her neck and shoulder were aching when she was walking and carrying a purse on the same side immediately after the accident. Prior to the accident, she only had 1 break in George's line, and after the accident, she had 4 breaks in George's line. Here are her low back films. Kind of tough to see, but the person before the accident already had breaks in George's line, and you can see that they have worsened after the accident. So friends, I hope this video illustrates the importance of getting checked out by a trusted chiropractor after you get into an accident. Your future self will thank you. Oh, I should mention that these 2 patients are undergoing laser therapy treatment in conjunction with their regular adjustments in our office. In a few months, we'll take another progress photo and assess their ligament stability, and if they've made great progress, then they would be ready for dismissal. I'll give you an update at the end of their treatment plan as well. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and please share it with your friends and family. We, the patients who gave me permission to use their x-rays in this video, and us at Anatomy, believe education is key to prevention. Let's have a better tomorrow starting today.